Hello procrastinators, welcome to the third episode in How to Not Suck at Minecraft. In today's episode we're going to be looking at mining. It was the most requested feature. A lot of people emailed me about it, a few comments about it. People want to know how to mine better in Minecraft, how to not get lost in mines, and a whole bunch of other mining related questions. So I thought I'd do them all in one go and save myself the hassle. I want to tackle this in a very different way to any other video, because normally they just go, this is how to mine, blah blah blah, boring. I want to show you how the mines work and how the mines look. So yeah, let's do this. So Captain Pig, are we ready? Yes, that was a nod, he nodded. We're ready in 3, 2, 1. Whee! Oh, that was manly. Yes, welcome. Whoop. Welcome to the underside of Minecraft. Very glitchy, I know, and you won't be able to do this in your game unless you're hacking, but this shows you how the mines all come together and how they're all formed, and it's incredibly interesting to see, and you can work out a lot of how the game works and how mines are formed from this. Like, as you can see over here, this is a stronghold. You see, there's the little torches and stuff over here, and it's lots of straight caverns, so that's a stronghold. Over there I saw there's some spider webs there, meaning that's an abandoned mine shaft that's running over there. There's a whole bunch of stuff. A ravine, a nice big ravine. There's a really big ravine there we're going to go and investigate in a second. But so yeah, if you're above the water level, you can see nice and easily all this stuff. If you go below the water level, it darkens off and makes it harder to see. Let's talk about what you can find in what areas. Coal is everywhere. Coal starts from the highest point, and coal goes all the way down to the very bottom. Coal, you can just literally anything you see where there's rock, there could be coal. Iron starts above water level, about here, so it's about 10 above the water level. Is the first places you can start finding iron, and then that goes all the way down to the bottom. Gold is quite difficult to tell, but from the very bottom point of the oceans, so you see here where the oceans are stopping, that's not really an ocean, that's a pond, but from the very bottom point of the ocean, if you go down about 10 or so, that's sort of where gold starts. So this is sort of where gold starts, about sort of halfway between the bottom, the very bottom, and the sea level. Okay? So that's roughly the sort of place where you find gold, and then all the way down with that. And diamond. Diamond is particularly difficult to find, as anyone who's ever played this game ever knows. But the easiest way to find diamond is to find lava. Zoom. The lava layer itself is too thick. And I mean too thick as in, you know, sort of it's 2 blocks thick, not as in it's just sitting there going, I'm lava, I'm stupid. As much as there's these little scourings of lava absolutely everywhere, the big flat layer of it is too thick and it just sits here. And I always find that... Yeah! Found some diamond. I always find that from 3 above it, from sort of the 3 above it is the best places to find diamond, as I found. And there. Ooh, look at that. Lots of diamond. So yeah, if you find a big flat piece of lava, that's the best place to look for diamond. Yes, you can strip mine, yes, you can do lots of other things. I will go into those in another video if you want to see the efficient ways of mining. But yeah, the best place to find diamond I've always found is just above the lava layer. 3 above, from 3 down to 2 above the lava layer. It does appear below, but I find it to be less frequent. Quick bit catering to the people that don't know, I've got to remember to spread this out for everybody's benefit. The different types of cave and things that form. There are generic tunnels, like these that all run here. They're absolutely everywhere, and you'll find them absolutely everywhere. There are ravines, which are becoming more and more common as the game goes on. These are a lot harder to get. If you dig down, you're going to kill yourself if you fall through, but tend to have really, really good sets, as you can see everywhere, of materials for you to use. I thought this one over here was a stronghold, but it's actually a giant set of mines. I've never actually seen them this big before, which is nice. Yeah, blue spider spawners we're not going to go near, just know they're there. Mines tend to not have a lot of minerals. That's probably because they're mines and they've been mined. They do have interesting things to gather, melon seeds, etc., from secret chests that you can break into. Terrorizing. Sorry, I found a village. Another random mineshaft under the village. These are really good if you want to steal wood, but yeah, this happens a lot, and I'm glad I've stumbled upon this. These things burn to the ground while you're still mining in them, so be very careful and bring water. Always bring water when mining. In fact, let's go through the things that you need for mining. Let's go in here. Ow. Oh, okay. Right, so the important things that you're going to need for mining, in my opinion. More diamond. See? Proving the point. Diamond above the 3. Okay? Always here. It's always here. Or so I think. Things you need when you go mining that you may have not thought you needed. Pickaxe. That's obvious. If you didn't bring a pickaxe, you're an idiot and you should throw yourself in that lava there. Sword for stabbing the monsters. Unless you're playing on peaceful. In which case, screw the sword. Spare dirt. In case you ever need to cross some terrain, you can put down some spare dirt. Some wood or sticks. So you can make yourself more tools while you're down here with this crafting table. So you can always bring around. Remember, with the crafting table, you can pop it and pick another one up. If you have drops on, unlike me. That was a terrible example. A chest. If you're going to be doing something dangerous, or you're very, very dead, close to dying, about to run out of food, go into the chest and throw your oodles of diamonds. Go, put them in there. So if you go, oh no, I've died, then you have spare diamonds. You don't lose your diamonds. Have chests scattered everywhere. It's very useful. And a ladder. Ladders are just at least 64 ladders. So if you're dying, monsters everywhere, dying, dead, you can escape, even from lag. So the biggest question that most people have asked me to go over is, how do you find your way out of a mine once you've been in it for ages? And if you ever play Minecraft, you've got lost in a mine. It's sort of a rule. Perfect example. Right, the easiest way I've found to do this, simply put, is we came in through this way, and there are 2 ways here. So instead of marking it with torches, putting weird things everywhere, just in the ground, carve out an arrow, any shape you want. Make sure it's obvious which way it goes, and then just fill it in with cobblestone. Cobblestone isn't naturally occurring apart from dungeons. So that is saying go that way. So you know which way to go whenever you come to a fork in the road, and you can do this every single time you come to a fork in the road. So if you come to a big thing like this, try and check every single way. If there are multiple ways to go, stick a fork down and say go this way, go this way. You see, putting down torches used to be a useful way of doing things until, as you can see here, you reach a mine and then you don't know which way you've come from. So very simply, there are 3 ways now. This is the one we came from. Get your pickaxe and dig the hole and stick an arrow down of any shape and size as long as it points one direction, so you know that this is the way you came. So you've always got to backtrack. Every time you split off, just point an arrow to the way you've just come from, and then you should simply be able to follow it all and go back without being confused. Yep, here's an arrow, and then this should be the way out. So I think that's everything you guys need to know. You know how to dig, you know what to bring, you know how they're structured, you know where to find stuff, you know how to not get lost. I think that's all of mining covered. Yeah, that's everything. In the bottom bit, in the comments, if you've got any questions you want me to go over, anything you want me to go over, then ask. If you want, I can do strip mining and other types of mining. Well, I only do strip mining because it's the only one that's actually useful. I can teach you that next time if you want, or if you want me to go on something else, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye. Seriously, guys, you were awful. You were awful. What are you doing? You're not on your cue. You're not on your cue. I said I was gonna come out there, do my line, and you were all gonna like form like the word "Dan's awesome." How hard is that? You're what? 7, 8 pigs and a sheep. Oh, is that sheep? Do you want me to get rid of that sheep for you? Hey, you. Yeah. Is that better, guys? Are you gonna? No. Fine. Stupid. Never work with pigs.